dedicated to the victors of a militaristic Japan. September the 3rd marks the day of victory of a militaristic Japan and the end of the Second World War. In accordance with the decisions of the Yalta and Potsdam conferences, the USSR entered into war with Japan. The Soviet-Japanese War lasted less than a month, from August the 9th to September the 2nd, 1945. On August the 10th, together with the USSR, the Mongolian People's Republic under the command of Marshal Choi Bal-san entered the war with Japan. Every 10th Mongol took part in hostilities against the Japanese invaders. Soviet troops as a part of the Transbaikal, the First and the Second Far Eastern Fronts was opposed by a strong group of Japanese and Manchu Corps troops with a total strength up to 1 million people. General leadership of Soviet troops was carried out by Marshal Vasilevsky. The main attacks were supposed to be delivered from the territory of Mongolian People's Republic and the Soviet Primorye region. Neither the stockpiles of weapons of mass destruction, nor the power of the Japanese army, nor the soldiers' willingness to sacrifice themselves helped the Japanese. Soviet aviation carried out powerful attacks on Japanese naval bases in North Korea, the most important railway junctions, as well as military facilities in cities of Harbin, Changchun and Jilin. The offensive of Soviet and Mongolian troops proceeded rapidly. As part of the Transbaikal Front, the Soviet-Mongolian Cavalry Mechanized Corps of Colonel General Pliyev, deputy for Mongolian Lkhagva-Suran troops, was formed. Mongolian units took part in the Manchurian operation, striking in the direction of Kalgan and Dolonur. Tank units moved through the sands of the Gobi Desert and the ridges of the Greater Khingan. The 6th Guards Tank Army was advancing in the Transbaikal Front Zone, which in 5 days passed 450 kilometers and reached the rear of the Kwantung Army. A feature of combat operations was not only the presence of strong units resistance in areas fortified by the enemy, but also massive use of kamikaze suicide bombers by the Japanese. Together with the troops, the Red Banner Amur military flotilla, under the command of Rear Admiral Antonov, also advanced deep into Manchuria. The flotilla ensured the crossing of the Amur River and supported the advance of Soviet troops along the Songhua River. The Pacific Fleet under the command of Admiral Yumashev conducted major ground operations in North Korea, Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands. The fleet assisted the defeat of Japanese garrisons, participated in the liberation of Southern Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands. On August the 20th, Soviet troops divided the Kwantung Army into several groups and completed their surroundings. On August the 23rd, airborne assault forces were landed in the cities of Lushun, Port Arthur and Dalian, Dalny. The garrisons of these cities capitulated. On August the 25th, the 26th, 1945, Soviet troops liberated from the Japanese the entire territory of Manchuria and the Liaodong Peninsula. By the end of August, all the territory of North Korea up to the 38th parallel and the Kuril Islands was liberated. The Red Army and Soviet Navy, together with Mongolian forces, in 23 days of military action, caused the greatest defeat to Imperial Japan in the Second World War. Japan lost its strongest group of ground forces. On September the 2nd, the Act of Surrender of Japan was signed. The Japanese were defeated not by the American atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but by ordinary Soviet and Mongolian soldiers, among whom fought our relatives in France. My grandfather also fought there. Our troops defeated the million-strong Kwantung Army, liberated China and North Korea from Japanese invaders. The Soviet Union regained Southern Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands. As a result of the crushing defeat of Japan, the long-awaited peace was established on the far eastern borders of the Soviet Union. Let this victory remind us of the courage and heroism of the Soviet and Mongolian warriors. Glory to the heroes and blessed memory of those who died in the name of peace and freedom.